Love and marriage, they go together like a horse and carriage.
Well, not always.
That's right, but do they? But do they?
But they do in this case. Amanda Brocklebank, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dennis.
Pat Panetta,
Dennis Walter.
significant other, good afternoon.
That's right. We are a real live married couple revealing our lives.
That status could be in debate. You know, that status is up and down.
Oh, you're in love with me lately. She's just absolutely all over me lately.
I have been in love.
It's a renaissance.
It is. It's since he turned 40. Something's happened.
The grey
It's only a
hairs.
week ago.
That's right.
It's only a week ago. He seems to be more of a manly man to me. Now he's 40.
Not good for
Really?
this radio spot where we get on and sort of have a bit of a bicker. We're
you
falling in love.
Are you a big, tough butch thing now?
No, I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I've crossed that divide.
Yeah, he seems to be taking care of me. He's
Am
like,
I?
yeah, that's what
Wow.
it feels like. He's taking control of situations, and I like that.
My gosh.
Help me, you know.
If you're
he's saying,
turning 40, you've hit the assertion button. You're assertive.
Yes.
That's right. And we did a big chat the other week, well, 2 weeks ago in this very segment about me turning 40, and I've had messages from people saying, it's okay, don't stress. They've all listened to your show thinking that I'm having some sort of midlife crisis, but I'm okay. It's great. It's great.
You're doing better. I think better
You've been
than
having
ever.
a midlife crisis since you were 20.
Exactly.
And Pat's 5 years younger than me, so I don't like to hear any of this.
No,
you know,
exactly. 40's young.
You know, because you know, when people are older than you, that you don't want to hear them. You don't want to be complaining that you're 40.
Well, I'm glad things are going well.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm going to reveal the biggest threat to your relationship in the current era. That's what I'm here to do today. This is the biggest threat
Drum roll.
in the current era to your marriage, to your relationship. It is social media and Facebook, Dennis. I've done some research, and I'm telling you, Facebook is breaking up relationships. I know there's some good parts of Facebook. I've had a recent experience where I've hooked up with an old flame via Facebook.
What?
Yes, on Monday night. And
An old flame?
And a friend of mine, an old flame, and a friend of mine, and this is true, and this is serious.
Are you going off him now?
It's happened to a friend of mine, so I can go into that if you like. But it's the nostalgia factor where people I get the calls, but I think there's not a person out there. I'm not on Facebook, who's on Facebook who hasn't searched for an old flame, long lost love, a boyfriend, just to wonder what they're doing and what's happening, Dennis, out there. And I think I'm onto something here, and we'll find out that people are
Don't build
hooking up.
yourself up too much here.
Is anybody phoning yet?
People are
But
hooking
in
up
all
with old ones.
seriousness.
96900 693. Give us a call. Got some great prizes to give away. Social media, has it caused any grief?
Has it
in a
broken up your marriage?
relationship?
Well, we have some friends who this happened to.
Yes.
The wife, they have a young family. She got onto Facebook. She Googled an old.
No, she was tracked down from the other end. He swooped.
But they found each other on Facebook.
Yes.
And she began a relationship.
That's right.
You know, just typing messages to each other, but it became serious, and
Well,
now she's left.
It's disastrous.
The family.
And on Monday night, so I got together with some friends of mine who's old school friends, and we got together and we often sort of occasionally meet, and we've been friends for a long time. And it's got that special bond with school friends that you can't have with anybody else. And there was another girl there.
I didn't hear about this bit.
Who was invited, and they hooked up, or they found her via Facebook. And she was a lovely girl.
And why was she
She's
there?
a single mum. She was there. But in the person who organised it all, in his defence, he emailed and said, by the way, I've just hooked up with so-and-so via Facebook. I've invited her along. Is that okay? I replied, good idea. But do you know what? The name didn't trigger. And then I thought later, I've had a little sort of moment with her.
What?
And I was intrigued.
How old were you?
I was 17. Yes. And there was a bit of flirting going on. She said she couldn't. Yeah.
There was a bit of flirting
Well,
going
you know,
on, was
she
there?
said she couldn't believe how skinny I was
Oh.
because I was such a big
You
chubby
told
boy.
me that.
She goes, just so skinny. I think she said I was cute. She said, oh, you're so cute. In a nice, she's friendly. It's all friendly stuff, Amanda.
Facebook will be breaking up your marriage in a minute.
And,
if I hear any
I
more of this.
know someone the other day who went to buy some clothing. Walked into, it's got nothing to do with this. Walked into to a store, and the young girl was very flirtatious with him.
Oh.
And he thought, something going on here. And so it went, and he tried on various bits of clothes, yada-da-da. And eventually she said, you're very handsome. He thought, oh, gee, she's very forward. Then she said, you'd be perfect for my mother.
Come crashing down.
Christy, good afternoon.
Oh, hi, Dennis. How you going?
Good.
That's good. I'm just ringing about Facebook. My husband recently hooked up with an old flame in England and decided that she was probably the love of his life. And, so Facebook need to be careful, though, because I think like a year later than that, it's probably not what he would have done in hindsight.
That's right, and he's gone.
No, still around, but very regretful of the whole Facebook incident.
Oh,
So so your marriage is holding together?
Oh, very, very on very thin ice at the moment.
So you're just trying to work your way through it?
I'm just trying to work my way through Facebook to try and hook up with some of my old flames as well.
And give him a little taste of his own
Yes.
medicine.
I'm
Goodness
sorry.
me.
I'm sorry, that's the situation. Gee.
Yes. Gee.
Well, and I think it's more common. Thanks for your call, because there's people we know, and I did a bit of a Google search before this segment, and it's coming up a lot that Facebook is breaking up relationships. It's that nostalgia factor. As Christy said, you meet somebody from your past and you think, oh, we were meant for each other. Wasn't it beautiful? And they're emotionally open for it already. 40
years on, you go, oh, I want to be with you.
That's what's happening. Exactly, that's happening. 40 years on, you're thinking, well, I'm married, kids, it's all a bit dreary.
Let's get back
this
to
is
this.
beautiful and romantic.
Let's just get back to this
Moment.
when you went out with
Yes.
the three.
She was there. She said she said she saw me on the circle.
But hang on. you said to me that you were going out for a boys' night out. Why would one single girl be brought to this function?
Well, as I said, in the person who organised it did email everybody and say, I know it's a boys' night out, but
you didn't tell me that.
Because I think that
telling you now.
he might be listening, but I'm playing around a bit here, but it was a genuine good night out, and we're all mates, and she's
sounds
one of the boys.
fantastic.
She was a sweet girl, and she's one of the boys, and she knows them better than she knows me.
Right.
And she was there, and it was a great night. And I actually texted you at about 8 and said, I'm having fun catching up.
Yeah, but you didn't
I'll
say...
be late.
Yeah, you
You'd
didn't...
never guess who's here.
You didn't say
Mick,
that.
I'll just rescue you, Pat. Mick, good afternoon.
Yeah, g'day. I think it's also stuffing up friendships. Whenever you go to a restaurant or a cafe, guaranteed most of the young children who are at the tables, or young teenagers or young adults, are there away texting, not talking to each other on Facebook the whole time. I see constantly.
Mick, you're spot on. When mobile phones first came in, people would make sure that they went off in... they were quite proud, and they'd get up and everyone... Why do people have to walk when they're on a mobile phone? And so you'd hear phones ringing. Now you don't hear them in restaurants.
No, that's
But
right.
people are sitting there, Facebooking,
Scrolling,
or Twittering,
scrolling.
yes, or texting, and it's antisocial.
Yeah, it is, because you're wanting to see what's happening somewhere else.
How
and
rude
not,
is it to the people who are there as
and
well?
not enjoying the moment.
You're sort of projecting yourself away. It's like I'm here with Dennis, and I love your company, and you, Amanda, and instead of that,
Just hang on, I need to change my status to single.
Well, I'm not on I'm not on Facebook, so and you use Facebook
I
a
am,
lot.
and I love
and there's lots of
Facebook
good stuff about Facebook.
because I love sharing photos with family who are overseas, and you just have that connection. We've got family in Perth, and you always know what the kids are doing, and in that way it's fantastic. But Facebook, for some people, I think, it's not right.
18 to 1. Are you going on a boys' night out tonight?
I'm in big trouble, I think. No, I actually, do you know, I am
boys'
going out tonight with...
Rob
yes,
Gilbert.
I've got to mention this, a boys' night out.
Oh, right.
Rob Gilbert and the boys from Hoyt's Food, John Ocado, Steve Ocado.
Any old girlfriends coming along?
Probably.
Yeah.
Lisa, hello.
Oh, Pat, are you regretting this topic?
I am. Lisa, can I tell you, when they put your name on the screen, it said, Lisa Pat, you are in. And I thought, Lisa's going to say, I'm in. This girl loves me.
the
And then it
rest
said,
of it was.
in so much trouble.
No.
Yes.
Lisa, I think he'll be fine, but could be some slapping around here in the ad break. Vaughan, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, guys. How are you going?
Good.
Yeah, no, I'm finding this very a common thing. It's actually happened to two of my friends with their relationships.
Really?
Yes. In the first instance, my mate, he's got to work. He works days, long day shift, and his partner's a bit of a night owl, and she's up on Facebook all night. And they got kids, and they got kids at different ages. So the friends are saying, come out with us, and it goes from, okay, yeah, I'll come out with you for once on a weekend, and then it changes into just about every week and causes animosity between the relationship.
Yeah.
And, yeah, next thing you know, it's all over Red Rover.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
all
gee.
finished. Goodness gracious.
Thank you, Vaughan. Debbie has emailed, love this topic. I've already been out with an old flame and going out with another one on Monday. We caught up on
Facebook.
And in that way, it's fantastic because if you're single, Pat,
Yes.
if you're a single person with no commitments,
which you could be in.
you know, that's great to hook up because, you know, you can find people so easily from your past. But if you're married and in a committed relationship, of course, please
No,
tread
of course not,
lightly.
Of course not. A friend of mine recently broke up. He said he got on social media afterwards, and his words were, it was a smorgasbord of women there that he met via Facebook.
Really?
Carol, good afternoon. Give us a stat.
Hi, I'm a retired statistician from Monash University, and but I still dabble a bit because I'm still very interested in it. But Facebook has actually been logged now as the top reason for marriage breakdown, and actually overtaken domestic violence as one of the top reasons for separation and divorce. So I just thought I'd let you know that.
Well, there you are. I was onto something.
So
And
interesting.
That's just by my walking around the office and talking to a few people, a bit of a Google search. I thought, this is breaking up
Well,
relationships.
you know, just recently, a girlfriend put up on Facebook, if you know so-and-so, please defriend me, because if you're friends with her, I can't be friends with you. And I thought, I wonder what it is. And I sent her a message and said, is everything okay? What's happened? Did she say something rude about you or something? She said, no, she slept with my husband.
That'll do it.
And that all came through Facebook. And now there's toing and froing messages and, you know,
Right.
and so it's all happening in the burbs.
Yes,
It is. Pat Panetta,
Tell you what.
I can tell you that current affair today, tonight, Sunday
want me.
night, 60 Minutes, there will be a story on this for sure. Sally, good afternoon.
Oh, hi, Dennis. You know what drives me nuts with Facebook is that you're expected to like all of your friends' photos. And some friends put a lot of photos on. I sometimes call Facebook brag book.
Yes.
Because seriously, and if you don't like their photos, then there's, you know, they get upset. You're expected to like all of their photos.
Yes.
Brag book, I like that.
You didn't like my photo when I was at the movies.
More on this coming up. 96900 693 for Harvey Norman. Shop with confidence online, mobile and in store. Pat, you're onto something.
Hi, I'm Julia Zamiro. You're listening to Afternoons with Dennis Walter on Melbourne's own 3AW. Nice shirt, Dennis.
Thank you very much, Julia. Stuart, good afternoon. You're talking to Pat and Amanda.
Yeah, where's the word trust, Pat and Amanda? Why should Pat have to say, you sound a bit pissed or annoyed
Miffed.
that he spoke to an old girlfriend. I've just been recently married, and my wife goes off riding with her ex-boyfriend, and I go dancing, rock and roll dancing with that night before I got married. Trust is all about it, and why haven't we got past?
Yes. And it's
Yeah, I
nice in a
suppose.
way. It's
well,
nice
I
when you...
suppose, but I guess Pat should have told me that he was going to have an old girlfriend at the I guess
Is girlfriend stretching it a bit?
well,
It is stretching
someone
it,
he
is it?
snogged. Someone he snogged.
Yeah, when it was 17
and he
somewhere.
said, "I'm going for
But I
a
really
boys'
liked
night
her.
out,"
She's-
and I don't, you know. I'm
And were you
guess-
largish then?
I was. Yeah. What are we talking about? Yes, I was. I was a big Italian boy, and I often get this anyway. I can't believe how skinny you are. How do you? Because really, as you
This
get
is
older,
Dr.
most of my
Yoshi,
friends are
Joshy.
getting Dr. Joshy's 21-day detox.
He's been doing it for 4,000 days now. Stuart, thank you for your call. It'd be a trust, a good thing. Michelle, hello.
Oh, hello. I'm just thinking, Pat, the cardinal sin that you have committed, in my opinion, is that you didn't inform Amanda before you left. It's got nothing to do with trust. I mean, to me, you should have let her know this was happening, but also you shouldn't have waited until today on radio to broadcast to everybody, and
Yeah.
Amanda's there.
I'm sorry.
I
know.
tend to agree.
I didn't think it'd be such a big deal.
Because I don't mind if he goes and has the girl there. I couldn't care less. That's
Wasn't
great.
if it was just me and her, it'd be different.
But well, of course it would be different. It was just you and her.
Oh, well, state the obvious.
State the
Boy.
bleeding obvious.
My gosh! But I mean, you don't go out and then say later on, "Oh, by the way, so and so was there who I snogged in year 11."
I'll be totally honest. I had forgotten the name.
That's
the
23
emails came
years
from-
ago.
Exactly right. I couldn't remember.
So the
Then I thought,
inference
oh,
is
that's
that you
right.
want to snog her again.
Yeah. And she said, and there was a bit of flirting going on, and she said I was
Said I was
cute.
cute and skinny, and she saw me on the circle. Yeah, I remember that.
Catherine, good afternoon.
Hi, guys. My husband gets jealous when I'm on Facebook. I don't have Twitter or anything. I don't know how to use it. My kids showed me how to use Facebook, and they sent me up a page. But not jealous in the sense that he doesn't trust me. We're just so much together in our lives, and when he goes to bed, I go to bed. When he's sitting at the table, I'm sitting at the table. If I go and use Facebook, he thinks, oh, you know, he wants my time.
Yeah, come back. What are you doing? What are you looking at? Who are you talking to?
No, not so much that, but I don't know. We're just with each other so much. Facebook is new. He wouldn't even know how to use it. And we're not old, or older.
Tell him to get onto Facebook.
No, I wouldn't do that to him. But it's just, I don't know. He just wants me. You know what I don't know how to explain it.
Well, that sounds perfectly wonderful. But Catherine, thank you very much for your call. Amanda, thank you.
Thank you, Dennis.
And Pat Panetta, thank you.
Thank you, Dennis.
Be careful on Facebook.
I'm off to get on a Twitter rant now. That's my next thing.
Off you go. After the break, Donna DeMeo in Sydney for The Great Gatsby and is caught up with Baz Luhrmann.